Welcome back yet to another analysis. This is the home of the truth, and it's time to also state the truth going forward without mentioning any words. First of all, it's my hope and wish that this video gets you when you are in good health and doing fine. I'm also fine at this peripheral end, as you can see. So let me know where you're watching this video from, whether you're in diaspora, whether you are in whichever destination. So guys, I've bumped into another serious video, and it's a chilling one. And one of my subscribers have just sent me this video via my Instagram inbox. So upon checking it, I'm quietly and acutely disturbed, agitated in equal measure. Reasons being how other people sometimes are evil, because such kind of an action doesn't require an adult human being or an old person that also sometimes have kids that are falling within the same category. So guys, what am I trying to say about? There are videos that Sharon Masinde, who have kept it out of YouTube street are close to 7 to 8 months or so without doing anything. Then a lot of stories crop up. But on this video, there was a chilling interview that it was introduced to by a channel known as A Journey of 1,000 Voices. Are you there? So if you go and watch that video, it was quite a chilling one, and you could shed tears. So guys, before we really say something about that video, let you watch this video below. Then I will come back and explain in term and chicks, and I will give an analysis and my opinion going forward. So let's watch the video below.
A sponsor actually came in, like he wants to sponsor us, like he has seen how we have done everything, like my videos. So at first he approached me to do let me say a project to we can move. And of course he was like, okay, then search for the land. We searched for the land. Like I told my husband everything, like, okay, this person wants to buy us land, where do you prefer us to stay? He was like, me, wherever you will get land, or wherever like you feel like, then we'll be there. I was like, okay, let me be close to my sister, because my sister is married also there, Kumakara. Let me be close to there. And then I searched their land, then we found. I showed him the land. He was like, okay, if he's ready to buy for us land, then that's good. Then he bought the land. Yeah, we bought the land, and I told my husband, like, just write your name so that you can be sure, like, we are coming to our home. I don't want that thing like, oh, it's a woman's name, oh, you are living. I promise. And he was like, I need you to send me a video of you, of like naked.
He asked you for nude photos.
Yeah, nude photos. And I was like, why? He was like, I just need to relax, for my mind to relax. And I was like, but I can dance with clothes and you can just relax. And he was like, so it took me like 2 days. I was thinking, I said, if I tell my husband, what will happen? And I was like, actually, what pushed me, Jesus Christ, may God have mercy on me. I really needed a home so badly, because at home I've already promised people, like, we are going to move, like, we are going to move out. You have already told people, you have already started that journey. And I was like, I come to think, like, the devil is a liar. Like, no, that's a small thing, and you will have your home, and you will have everything, and it should just be a secret. And he was like, it should be a secret, so you think I will not expose it? Like, and I was like, okay, I'm an a YouTuber. What if you use that photos to and then you post them online? And he was like, no, if you want to know if I'm serious, he was the first who sent me his.
He sent you nude photos first, just to convince you that he's serious.
Yeah, he's serious. He will not post them online or do not do anything. So he sent me.
So guys, you've just heard part of the video and audio. That's how it was I edited it to be. So it's quite chilling. So to give you a synopsis of the story, because I cut that clip into shorter pieces just only to conform with my narrative and to conform with my explanation. The video is used as an illustration to also illustrate my point and drive my point home. So quickly. 1. Masinde opened a YouTube channel. Upon her YouTube channel boomed, then subscriber started subscribing. Then there was a special subscriber, one of a kind. The reason why I'm saying one of a kind, because the person offered to sponsor and help them, which at a point this guy started giving them money and helped them even building a house. So the house was built until it reaches the roof. But upon house reaching the roof, then the guy who is a sponsor and a subscriber started giving instruction, because he wanted some kind of goodie in return, because the guy complained that he's not happy and he wants to be happy in his life. So what did the guy, this evil subscriber, come evil, and a sponsor decided to do with Masinde? Okay, from that, the guy proposed to Masinde that he wants Masinde's picture in her birthday suits. He wants Masinde's picture in her birthday suits. So because Masinde at that time wanted like to finish the house and make the husband smile, Masinde decided to do that thing. Decided to send a photo in her birthday suit. And before Masinde sent the photo, Masinde needed an assurance, which this guy was the first person to send Masinde's his photo in his birthday suit. Okay, that one appealed to Masinde, so that Masinde could feel at least home. Masinde sent something which Masinde's husband later came and found. Then Masinde was beaten, butchered. And what is perturbing is like the man helped Masinde plus the husband to acquire motorcycle, to acquire land, and the house was built, though not finished. So the problem, Masinde's marriage is rocked. The husband has butchered Masinde. All the motorcycle, the land, all these properties were written the Masinde's husband's name. Now Masinde is just outside there loitering, nowhere to go to. Well, whom do we blame at this point? Because the reasons why I'm asking this question, whom do we blame? I've just stumbled on one of the negative reactor comments during this interview. That is none other than Kunku Fanta. He was trying to drive a point and trying to smear all this scenario to Ayamarwa. Are you there? Because if you can read this screenshot that is appearing on the screen, the screenshot reads well that these are the people who are calling themselves Passport Bros that Ayamarwa invited in Yabo Anze. Are you there? So these people should be reported to the United US Embassy in Nairobi. Then what did a thousand voices, a thousand Johnny voices replied to? To Kungu Fanta. So the response was, well, I'm not sure if this man has ever traveled to Nyabohanzi. Are you there? Because all these things happened way ahead before the party. Are you there? So Kunku Fanta was set into his own space because everything that is happening in Nyabohanzi, they want to bring Ayamarwa in because now they were finding another scenario to divert attention to bring all this scenario to Ayamarwa. You know, everything that happens with other YouTubers is the YouTubers' own behavior with them. It's a life skill. Okay, if a sponsor came because of YouTube, anybody could subscribe. That was not Ayamarwa subscriber. It's a subscriber who subscribed to Matinde. Are you there? And subscriber, very many people subscribe to very many people according to the content they want to watch as per their own choice. Then other things happened which is quite unfortunate. But connecting it to Ayamarwa, and Kuku Fanta wanted to drive that nail, then it backfired. Even somebody said, how do you know that the guy was an American? He was challenged and he had any other thing to say. That's how evilish these things are. Because I always say there's nothing that happens out of mere coincidence. All these things are planned, choreographed. Are you there? Any other story that's happening in Nyabohanzi, all the lazy gang want to twist it to smear Ayamarwa with. There's no footprints of Ayamarwa in all these things. For example, let me balance you the ball. If I connect you and I give you a job elsewhere, then you pass through interview with your own, then you start working. Then you go, you mess in that interview, or you mess in that job. Do you blame me? No, you blame yourself. With your attributes, with your basic demeanor, plus all that it entails you, you blame yourself going forward. Well, this, what happened to Masinde is quite unfortunate. Sometimes I cannot blame her, and I cannot blame the husband. But to an extent, I can blame the husband on one thing. It doesn't matter the kind of greenhouse act and sin that your wife might have done, but taking your hand and putting on your wife gender-based violence, it is not accepted anywhere. You are not supposed to beat. Well, Masinde wanted to salvage the situation you are in, of which you are a beneficiary. You knew what was going on, but unfortunately, something happened, and that kind of dignity were eroded to save face. Quite unfortunate. But as a man, you cannot be so prideful riding a motorcycle that you know its journey. If at all you are genuine with your pursuit, that you never liked what your wife Matinda did, then you need to discard off the motorcycle, because the product of that motorcycle is birthday suit photos. The product of the land you're living is birthday suit photos. The product of the house you're staying in is the birthday photos. At least, if you dispense off with your wife because of an action, then all the products that were acquired through that action, through that sending pictures in birthday suit, must be dispensed off. You are not supposed to be in a possession of that. At least give them back to Masinde, because Masinde sent her photos, not your photo. Now you are not an item anymore. And that's my take. And to always jump into that kind of a scenario that happened, also to advise our women YouTubers a little bit of a life skill, because this one is not education, because I know Masinde is educated enough, could as well listen, but sometimes situation couldn't drive you into material possession. Remember, when the deal is too sweet, sometimes think twice, because the end will eventually justify the means. Hence the repercussion. Are you there? A typical example, the reasons why the two ladies whom I love and the two ladies whom I like, how they reasoned, and how they dealt with a subscriber whom wanted to take their advantage, the similar situation that happened to Masinde. If my memory serves me well, permit me to bring you to at breast and at speed. If you can remember, I am Paris. If you can remember, I am Paris came on this live video on this YouTube street and started narrating what happened, and somebody who is a subscriber and is suspicious that whoing her online because the past person proposed to her that he would want to sponsor AM Paris and buys for AM Paris some kind of furnitures, of which Paris decided to agree. But the but the kind of terms and conditions that were being proposed to AM Paris had to refuse. AM Paris had to discredit the offer because the condition that the offer was coming with was a condition that also warranted some kind of nudity or some kind of relationship that were on the offing. But because I am Paris, street smart, because I am Paris, could detect something awful was coming, she decided to let the offer go. The same thing happened to African tea village cook. The same guy whom was approaching Paris went ahead to African tea, the village cook, to do the same. The same text, the same messaging. African tea had to do what? Had to discredit the offer. Do you also recall when Sejo come on this camera said that somebody wants to ruin the relationship because somebody has been texting the wife for more time? Are you there? So I believe this is the person who wants to pursue and who are doing some kind of a mistrust, kind of illicit activity, and wants to break the marriages of these people. So stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. So the only thing we can learn from this, Masinde, I still believe you can get your YouTube channel back. All that you need to do is to open, because you have the same Google account, right? Just open it using another phone. Then contact the YouTube support center. They will ask you a question and you recover your channel. Because if you watch a video, all your videos are still monetized. The ads are running. That's how you can claim it. So long as you have a phone. Get back to the YouTube channel. Now you are clever enough. Somebody should not take the advantage of you going forward. You didn't know and you knew. And by that time, it's because of desperation that was taking place. That's what took you there to save face. I'm very sorry for what happened. I'm very sorry for what happened. The issue number 2 I want to address is the issue of Mogesi and Jamaican uncle. Where their whereabouts, because there's an issue outside there. People are trying to peddle that Mogesi was fired. Nothing further than the truth. Mogesi was not fired. Mogesi was suspended. And what warrants the suspension? The suspension was about the titles of the video. Because you know, I am Marwa, don't like drama. And Marwa has been talking about all this issue of dramatic and the titles. And he said, if you want to do such kind of title and such kind of videos, maybe you do it not in his compound. And maybe Mogesi was talked to several times, something that Mogesi took time to change. So the suspension was only to let him stop, take a beat, learn from his mistake, then he will be called on board to go and continue with this work. The number one fact that I want to say that Mogesi does a very wonderful job. So importantly so. But that one does not mean if somebody erred, he should be going scot-free without any kind of disciplinary and correction. Even in school, students who are bright or who are good certain times, but when they cross the red line, a disciplinary action is normally given in form of suspension or in form of some canes. Are you there to correct? But being that that is not a school, that is a home that has got policy and tradition. And if you are offered a job, those are the terms and conditions that Mugisi was told, that so long as you do a video that are so positive, not dramatic video. Are you there? So no one fired him. He was given sabbatical leave to go and rethink his action before he is welcomed back on board. So the lazy reactors get to know the fact nobody chased him. He was given sabbatical leave to go take a leave. So avoid the rumors. And where is Jamaican uncle? Is Jamaican uncle still in the villa, or he was chased? Jamaican uncle is still in the villa, doing sleeping in the villa, doing all activity in the villa. Nobody chased Jamaican uncle. And why there is vexation among the Max 1 and the village studies? That one is for views, and that one because lack of content, they want to do anything against Marwa, against Jamaican uncle, to always portray Marwa negative there, that Jamaican uncle is been chased. Maybe perhaps of the goodies that Jamaican uncle brought, because they were never given, so they are out to spread propaganda about Jamaican uncle, something that is not adding up. Jamaican uncle is still within the ambit or within the pressings of the Villa Medellin. So avoid the rumors. What Jamaican uncle is doing, is just walking around in the village doing vlogs as usual. So if you see Jamaican uncle moving around, Jamaican uncle is doing vlogs. So let nobody cheat you with all this kind of propaganda. The number third issue, and the last issue that I wanted to talk about, is the issue of a peace talk and unity talk that the Nyabohanza YouTuber wanted to bring up so that they iron their issues out and to do content harmoniously without infringing into other space. The talk was well intended, but at a certain stage I had to develop certain kind of ish. I was 50-50 about it. And after the meeting, it went like 45% unsure against 50%, 55%. Why was so? I always believe a reprobate has got no boundary. Whether you call him or her in the meeting, a reprobate always stand on a point that she needs or he needs to stand on it. You know, these are the people who have sworn into their life that they will be so negative. So countless number of meetings won't change them because they decided to do, and that is their rationale and their moral. Their thoughts, their attitude, how they behave and what they eat is just full of negativity. Because there is no way of you calling a negative person into the meeting. She will come and rock. The good thing is, like, the organizers of the meeting, you know better that you have your positive people within the community. Meet as a positive people. Leave the negative people alone. Such kind of unity won't elapse. Won't last, because there's a lapse of time with everything. Because where there is money, because other people are so negative because money turned them to be, and there is monthly stipend they're being given, and on this positive side, no one gives people money, no one sends money. So you are telling somebody to leave money to stop negativity, And he knows other people wants money to finish their houses. Max One's house has been there for almost 2 years, unfinished. She really needs money so badly to finish that house. So you cannot tell Max One to leave negativity at the expense of his house. She won't. He won't. You will never tell the pig to do the same because he wants also to build the house. You know, I was very perturbed after the meeting. I have a chance to see the pig was in that meeting. I was saying, really? And immediately after the meeting, and you people talked and said, from today going forward, we'll not be speaking about each other. But from that meeting, the pig went straight ahead and he did a video castigating Congressman, castigating Mayugno. And he really spoke bad thing about that. Simply means the meeting itself was not constructive. And furthermore, convening such kind of a meeting and combining it with other negative reactor was such a very bad thing. It's null and void. Identify yourself as positive YouTubers around. Connect yourselves, relate yourselves, do things yourself. And avoid, you just also create a boundary because negativity. Nothing defeats the money. They are being compensated so well because the monthly stipend, they will never leave that kind of money. And that is my take. To wrap this conversation going forward, guys, most of the things that are happening in Nyabohanzi, most of them are choreographed. It's not out of mere coincidence that they happen, but because they will go sudo, open Google account to comment on your channel. Others will post to wanting to help you, and will request you for explicit photos on your birthday suits. You need to discard all those people. Life skill is a lesson that you need to learn. But Matinde, don't break yourself. It's a lesson well learned. You can pick the pieces from where you left them and continue. Are you there? I know it's painful, but don't bother much about your husband, because if at all, she never liked whatever you did. But what you did has brought the land, what you did has brought all the motorcycle and all the benefit. I think the product of everything that now is enjoying is through your action that she never liked. It's high time that I address him to also discard and throw all those kind of things or return to you. Are you there? Because the end justifies the means. If you don't want me, leave me alone with my kids. If you don't want me, leave me alone with everything I came up with. Why are you remaining with my things? The product of such kind of things is a behavior that you feel is so bad. Therefore, return them to me. So stay woke, every people. Until next time, this is Senior Zach.